Early retirement. That sounds nice, doesn't it? Well, I'm here to tell you that it is nice. I want to show you how I retired by age 25 and kind of walk you through this retirement strategy that I would recommend to you and that you can make happen. And it's really just a matter of realizing what it takes going in, preparing yourself for it, and then when you're prepared, you're not going to be caught off guard by, oh, you mean, and you're going to, oh yeah, I realized that this was going to happen and that I was going to need to focus on that and maybe, focus a little bit more on these other things as compared to those things. So the point here being, I want to just walk you through the strategy on my journey. I'm not saying this is how it's got to be, but I would offer up an argument that I think it's going to be pretty similar to this, whether or not, you follow these exact same steps. I think any early retirement strategy that you maybe focus on is going to revolve around basically these, core principles, and that's going to get you to where you ultimately want to go. And when I say retirement, I don't mean in the sense of I do nothing every day, I just lay in bed. I just mean freedom of time, freedom to really do whatever you want to do. I like to do these YouTube videos. So technically I'm retired right now, but I'm still making YouTube videos just because this is fun. And I don't mean it in the sense of do absolutely nothing, but I suppose that when I think about it right now as I talk, you could morph it, you could, shape and mold it to get to that point where you're just like, nope, I'm not getting out of bed today, and you would still be okay. So I'm going to break this down and we'll cut to each step. That way you don't have to sit here and wait for me to, write each thing down. So I'll be back in just a second with step 1. Make time valuable. That's where this all starts off. What do I mean by make your time valuable? Well, I've done an entire video on this, but at the core, when you go out there to find a job, when you go out there to try to get somebody to hire you, what's actually going on from an economic standpoint? Well, that's called the labor market. And the labor market, all that is you are selling your time, right? When somebody pays you for a job, what does that require you to do? Well, spend your time doing whatever that job is. So in other words, they're trying to purchase your time. You are trying to sell your time. That's what a labor market is all about. And the way you get paid the most is, well, you have a skill, you have knowledge, you have something that somebody else wants to actually purchase from you in order to do the job. So for me, that was an engineering degree, right? If you have an engineering degree, then there are going to be a lot of people out there that want to purchase your time to what? To go be an engineer for their company. Now, I'm not saying you have to do engineering. I'm not even saying you have to go to college. That could be become a plumber, become an electrician, learn tool and die, learn some sort of trade. Trades right now, it is crazy how, off the charts it is. I mean, I have some work at a cottage I'm trying to do and trying to find excavators and landscapers and stuff like that. I mean, these people, they're almost like jerks because it's hard to get somebody to even come up because they have so much work. So their incentive level isn't really that high. But the point here being, their time is valuable. I'm trying to throw money at these people. Please, let me purchase your time so that you can come do some landscaping. Let me purchase your time so that you can come do some excavating because I don't know how to run an excavator. And that's the whole idea is value your time. When your time is valuable, then you can sell it for more money. And when you can sell it for more money, that gets the rest of the process underway. So let's now go to step 2. It's now time to focus on some side hustles. And I put the big S there because multiple hustles, right? You can get out there and do multiple things and you can start to bring in extra income. Now, for a lot of you, maybe it's depending on what route you go. I mean, if you do a trade right here, then you could just be out and moving and right away making all sorts of money, especially, trades. A lot of these companies will pay for you to go to trade school and then you already have a job before you even finish. But in my situation, because I was actually at college needing to do step 1. So while step 1 was underway and I was getting my degree, I was out here doing all sorts of side hustles. My 2 main ones were working at the library, which was a part-time job. So don't think that a side hustle means you have to start some sort of business on your own. No, you could just go pick up a couple part-time jobs, deliver some pizzas, mow some people's lawn. I mean, you can do a lot of things, which could be just simply a part-time job. So you don't need to go out there and create a business. I think a lot of people when they hear side hustles, they automatically think, oh, I need to go start something on my own. No, you could just go pick up a part-time job. And then I also did some drop shipping back before drop shipping was really even a thing with books way back then. And then here's a cool part about side hustles and when you just start to do stuff. I mean, when you go out there and just in anything in life, if you do something, it's kind of weird how things just start to happen. And in this situation, because of these things, because of the money I was starting to accumulate, all of a sudden I had I won't go down too far the rabbit hole, but eventually I was introduced to the stock market, which is a huge, huge part of my life right now. But it all started because, well, I did something in regards to just side hustles, and that one thing led to another. And while step one's going on, all of a sudden, I learned about the stock market and I got involved in it, which you'll see, really did change everything in hindsight now. That was such a huge part of my quote unquote life that, it's kind of crazy to look back on it now. But step number 2, get some side hustles. Now, step number 3, very straightforward, sell your time. Back in step 1, you've been gaining the skills, you've been getting the skills, whatever that be, a degree or, some sort of trade skill. But the point of being, once you have this step done, it is now time to sell your time. Or in other words, go out there and get yourself a job. For me, it was a job at Honeywell as an engineer, but pretty straightforward. You have the skills, you've made your time valuable, which I should note real quick. If in this step you're like, you know what? I'm gonna value my time by getting a degree in the history of peanut butter and jelly. And not only that, I'm gonna get a PhD in the history of Greek peanut butter and jelly. You're probably gonna have a very hard time in step number 3, selling your time. I don't know many people that are willing to pay, that wanna pay for your time because you have knowledge and a PhD in the history of Greek peanut butter and jelly. Pointer being, make sure if you go the college degree route, make sure you get a degree that actually has market value, aka you can sell your time with that degree. But step number 3, sell your time. Step number 4, hammer, destroy, crush the debt. Debt is extra money coming out of your budget. And if you want to retire ever, let alone early, you need to try to keep as much money as you can. That's the obvious. So the next one, okay, well, what is taken away from me being able to keep my money? Well, debt is, right? So hammer the debt. Go full bore. Not the most pleasant of steps. So just to, shoot straight and to help you build and keep expectations in line with reality. Step 4 is not very fun because your friends may be, hey, we're going on vacation. Hey, we're doing this. Hey, wait, we're doing that. And while I'm not saying you can't have fun during step 4, I will say that if you're out there just spending money as fast as it comes in, because if you did a good job with step 3, that's great. You did a good job. You made your time valuable. You sold your time. But it's going to be very hard to hammer the debt if you have all this great income coming in and then all of a sudden you just spend it as fast as it goes. But this is also where the side hustles can still be beneficial because if the plan is to retire early, you better still have some side hustles going on. Now, of course, these things can change, but at that point, you could use the side hustle income to maybe use that as your quote unquote fun money. Because you don't want to drive yourself insane here, but you do still have to hammer the debt. So use main, income to hammer the debt, and then you could use a side hustle to just keep yourself sane and go have some fun. But pointer being, you've got to eliminate the debt. You've got to get debt free. Step number 5, more side hustles, more. Now, I don't mean you add on to what you already have, but my point here is, let's think about this from a very practical point of view. This doesn't all happen within like a week, right? This can happen over several months or just, several years. But if you've been at these side hustles long enough, then there are going to be things that shift and morph from them, that come from them. And I want you to be aware of that because that's when you really start to deploy things. And you're going to have the motivation to start to get more creative and, maybe expand or mold things a little bit better. Why? Well, because right now you're going to be on step 4 too, which is hammer the debt. So step 5 also kind of works backwards in the sense to really help you hammer the debt that much more. And for me, it was claytrader.com, which again, it all comes from right here. Because I did these side hustles, because that led me to the stock market, I won't go down my entire journey. I'll just say it opened up a bunch of various opportunities that I had never planned for. And then all of a sudden, it allowed me to actually start another side hustle, claytrader.com. And that all of a sudden was bringing in, more side income. So right there, what can you be doing with these side hustles? What do these side hustles maybe open up opportunity-wise? And I'm just totally making this up off the top of your head. Maybe you're like, you know what? I want to go and I want to knock on some people's doors and just see if they need their lawn mowed. So you have one mower, you go out there and knock on doors. Who knows? At this point, maybe you have like 10 houses, 20 houses you mow. And you're like, I have a job too. My weekends are getting really filled up. Maybe I should try to sub this out to somebody. Maybe I should try to hire this out. Well, now all of a sudden, what's going on? Well, now you have some sort of lawn care business that's taking place. And that could be a variety of other things. But that is why it's important with step number 2 to get these things going, because when you work itself down to here, odds are you may not do the exact same thing, but you're gonna have that many more ideas and experience with side hustles. So therefore, when I say more, it becomes that much more realistic and efficient to start something new. So let's go on to step number 6. Step number 6, same color as step number 4 because it has to do with debt, but this time in a good way. The debt is now gone because you just are hammering it and hammering it and hammering it, and it's now gone. So now it's time to transform. What do I mean by transform? Well, what do you really enjoy doing? What do you love to do? What's your passion? And now at this point, you can really focus on it. Now, for some of you, maybe you're like, well, I love my job. I really do. Well, at that point, you know what? You're not going to really retire ever but you can make the argument that, well, you don't really work anyways, because if you enjoy what you do, then it's not work, right? Because, well, you enjoy what you do. So maybe you've reached a point and you really you love that. For me, engineering, it was fine. It was a challenge, but I didn't really love it. I didn't really love the whole 9 to 5 sitting in a cubicle type thing. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Again, if you personally love it, awesome. I'm happy for you that you found something that you really enjoy to do. For me, it just wasn't it. So at this point, I wanted to transform. Transform what? Well, this is where you come back and you start to look at all these side hustles. So step 2 and step 5, and you figure out, can I turn any of these side hustles into more of just a full-time type thing? Full-time cash flow. And it's going to be easier, and I don't say easy in the sense of, hey, now it just happens, but easier in the sense of, because the debt is gone, you're going to all of a sudden have a lot more cash just sitting there at the end of every month, because, well, you don't need to make all those various debt payments. It's just there, right? A penny saved is a penny earned. So technically speaking, with step 6 in play, you are making more because, well, you're saving more because all the debt is gone. But I want you to transform here. And for me, it was all about claytrader.com and transforming that into more of a full-time thing. Now, granted, because of this step up here, I also did trading, and I had other little things that, again, just all broke off, that all branched out from this little step right here. So I had trading, and then I had, claytrader.com, and that allowed me, in a nutshell, to really start to get to the point where, you know what, I don't even need to work the full-time job anymore. I can do all this, teaching, trading, all that stuff full time. So that's what I did. I transformed it into being full on, hey, you know what? Let me try to work on this full time. So let's go to the final step here that really solidifies the retirement process. Now, I will say step 7 is actually really fun. Step 4, miserable. Step 7, really fun, really enjoyable, because at this point you have cash flow. At this point, you don't have any debt. At this point, it is all about, this sounds greedy, and I don't mean it in a greedy, savage sense, but it's all about, let's make some more money. Let's just have some fun. Let's play this game called make money. And that way, when you play the game, when you're having fun with the game, all of a sudden you start to have more money. So for me, it's all about passive cash flow, meaning money that shows up regardless of what you do. Now, yes, at first you need to do something, but after that, it's just totally passive. So for me, it's real estate, right? At first, yeah, you need to find a property, make a bid on the property, maybe fix up the property. Now, I don't mean you personally, you would go out and hire people to fix it, but you got to get the property ready or whatever. And then all of a sudden, money just shows up every month. Dividend stocks. For me, you go out there, I have my retirement accounts. I like dividend stocks, and dividend stocks, I don't do anything. Money just shows up. I'm sleeping, money just shows up. And then, of course, the YouTube channel, which again, yes, as I speak right now, I am doing something. But after I'm done with this video, it'll go out to the YouTube algorithm, and then I will get ad revenue from it. Now, how much ad revenue, I don't know. But over time, things add up. But it's not like I'm trying to get full-time income from the YouTube channel. It's just another form of passive cash flow. And I actually have other forms of passive cash flow too, but I'm not gonna, give you my entire life story here, because my point here is that at this step number 7, just start to figure out, play the game. How can I get money to show up even when I'm not doing anything? And that is where, some of these could potentially, or what I do for some of these situations here. Now, I will say this, and I'm not trying to discourage you from starting a YouTube channel, but just understand, it's not like, okay, wow, I'm going to start a YouTube channel and money's just going to start raining in from the sky. It doesn't work like that, okay? I started my YouTube channel in 2013, been at it for years upon years, It doesn't work just like sign up for YouTube channel and then, money's just, it's, Benny Franklin's raining from the sky. It doesn't quite work like that. So again, I'm not saying that to not do it, but expectations in line with reality. So this is how I retired earlier. This is how by age 25, I was able to kind of just do whatever I wanted. And do whatever I wanted in the sense of, just do what I love to do. So that's why for me, it's not really work. You just wake up, okay, today I'm making a YouTube video and here we are. So this is my 7-step process. This is what I would encourage you to follow as your early retirement strategy. And once again, like I started the video saying, am I saying it's going to be exactly the same? Probably not, but are the overarching concepts or the overarching goals and steps going to be very similar? Absolutely. So questions, comments, suggestions, leave those down below. If you enjoyed this video, if you are interested in more of these videos where I talk maybe personal finance, wealth building, stuff like that, then yeah, hit that like button, let me know down in the comment section. And then check out the channel as a whole, especially if you're interested more so in the stock market. That's what the entire channel basically revolves around. So if you're looking to learn more about the stock market and how it can help create cash flow for you, then yeah, check out the channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, get out there and start to get the process underway. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.